Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to do a review and demo of a new product from Almay. These are the Healthy Hue Blushes, and I picked these up from Walmart recently. I posted some swatches and stuff on Instagram. I have used all three shades. They do carry 4 shades, but the 4th one was pretty dark, so I just skipped that one because it just would be too dark for my skin tone. So I picked up these 3, and I think I paid like $9.98 or something like that. On Ulta.com, they're $11.99. So Ulta's always like a couple dollars more. So this is the packaging right here. It's just a cardboard magnetic packaging. So I don't have any blush, bronzer, or highlight on because I do want to apply them to my cheeks just so you guys can see the color. All right, so these blushes say, lightweight, silky, smooth formula blends effortlessly for a healthy, radiant flush. Made with sustainably sourced paper. That must be the packaging. So hypoallergenic, dermatologist and ophthalmologist tested, cruelty-free, fragrance-free. So this first one here is 100 Nearly Nude. This is number 200, So Peachy. The third one is number 300, Pink Flush. And I just nicked it right there because I dropped it. This is a Baked Gelée formula. It's like a gel to powder finish. These typically just sit on the skin really nicely, and they tend to have kind of like a satiny finish, which is why it probably says a healthy radiant finish. Oh, it says radiant flash. But yeah, so they kind of have a little bit of radiance, but they're not shimmery per se. I think what I'm gonna do is apply all 3 just so you can see. So I actually just have some concealer and some powder foundation on. I don't even have like a liquid foundation. I pulled this back out of my collection and I've been loving it. I just really like powder foundations. I feel like I should just skip liquid foundation and just use powder foundation because I always like the way that it looks. I feel like it doesn't accentuate all my flaws. That's why I like it. So this is the Sephora Micro Smooth Face Compact, and I have the shade in the light, but I really like the way this looks on my skin. So anyways, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply So Peachy and Pink Flush on each cheek. These 2 swatched look very, very similar, if not the same. They do look different in the pan. I mean, I'll show you up close. They do look different for sure. You can see this Pink Flush and So Peachy over here. But when I swatched them, I felt like they looked pretty much the same. So I'm gonna apply each one on each cheek. That way we can see if on the face, they can look the same. I'm gonna put Pink Flash over here, and I'm gonna use my Omnia highlighter brush. I use this for blush. It's my favorite blush brush ever. And when I use these, so when I used this for the first time, it was so pigmented, I had to go light-handed, which is why I like this brush. I don't think I used this brush initially, but this is just really light and fluffy, so it kind of just lightly applies blush instead of like packs it on. First, I'm gonna apply Pink Flash to the left side of my face, which is your right and my left. So yeah, see, this brush is making it less pigmented. If you use something more dense, it's definitely more pigmented, because that's my first experience with these. So there is Pink Flush. That's Pink Flush. Definitely looks pink. So I'm actually gonna take, this is the brush that I use, but I have 2. So I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna clean it off on my little color switch here. And I'm gonna take So Peachy and I'm gonna apply it on the right side of my face, which is your left. And then after this, I'm gonna wipe them both off and apply the third shade. Because I have powder foundation on, I feel like that would be so easy compared to if I had liquid foundation on. So I'm just gonna take the other brush and apply a little more. And of course that's a little much, but I want you to really be able to see the color. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think they look kind of similar? I mean, they look slightly different, I would say, but when I swatched them on my hand, I really do feel like they looked exactly the same. I don't know, I just feel like you don't need both because they're not different enough on the face or swatched. So I would just suggest picking the one that is a color that you lean towards more. Like if you like more pink, then go for a pink flush. If you like a little more peach, go for the So Peachy, because you know, they're pretty similar. I mean, they're a little different for sure on the face than they looked swatched. So that's like a heavy application. I just wanna fuse that out a little so you guys can see. Yeah, but these were super pigmented with a more dense brush, so I just recommend using a very fluffy, light hand. But it has a nice radiant finish. Like there's no shimmer, but you can see a little bit of a, more on this side, you can see a little bit of a glow. I feel like you can't see it as much on this side, might be the light. I'm gonna go ahead and take my makeup off and apply the other one for you guys. All right, so my son is waking up, so this is perfect timing because I just have this one more color to swatch on my face and then kind of give you a little summary as what I think about these. I removed the blush and applied more powder foundation. So I'm gonna go into Nearly Nude. I'm gonna actually take a different brush. I cleaned it off. This is a Flower Beauty brush. I think it's just the blush brush. Although it looks like it has color on it, I've really like scrubbed it or ran it through my color switch to get any color out of it. So this one's another like nice kind of light fluffy brush. I think it's a little more dense than the other ones, but I'll just show you actually with a heavier brush. This is the Morphe E4. I'm just gonna take this one, it's more dense. And see, it just applies more of the blush, which I feel like this color in Nearly Nude is a little more subtle compared to the other two shades. When I used those with the heavier brush, they were too intense for me. So this one is actually looking pretty good, but you can see that sheen that it gives to the skin. But it definitely packs a little more on with that brush versus like this fluffier one. I'm gonna apply a little more. This is a light application. This is obviously heavier. So I'm building it up, which is nice because if you use a light fluffy brush, it is more buildable, but you can get carried away with these too. All right, so there is Nearly Nude. I really like this color. I feel like it's not too warm for me. Like I don't like when blushes are too orangey. I like peach and I like pink and I like nudes and mauves. Those are my favorite colors for blush. I don't like when they lean too warm or peach or too warm or orange on me. So this is a heavy application, but overall I think these are really nice, especially from the drugstore. They're nice baked gelée formula. They just sit on the skin really pretty. They give you a little bit of a glow, but they're not super intense shimmer or anything like that. If you don't like a sheen to your blush, you definitely won't like these, but I do. I think they're nice and pretty, especially like when you have a matte face. I'm just gonna tone these down because this is a little bit too intense for me. Yeah, let me just give you some swatches real quick. I'm gonna swatch them in order. Swatch Nude. So they have a nice, you'll see on my arm when I swatch it. Oh, that's like the worst swatch of life. Let me just swatch it for you right here. There's Nearly Nude, So Peachy, See, they have a nice satiny glow. And then lastly is 300 Pink Flash. And my baby is awake, I gotta go. Like, see, those are so close in color, I just don't feel like you need both of them. I'm really enjoying these blushes. I think they're really nice from the drugstore. I like the formula, I like that they give a glow to the skin, so I'm happy with them. They blend out really nicely, and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. Bye.